Welcome to Pixel Star, Claw here, and you might recognise this game from a previous video I did, which was of the demo. It recently came out on Steam and I got a code to give it a go, and as you can see, I've already got a high score on it. Admittedly, that was on casual, so now it's set to normal, and everything looks good. Set my crosshair to speed, but more importantly, all these options have been opened up. And if you get the full version, you'll get all these items that were previously locked off. I mean, sure, I believe we had all of the holes last time, but some of the newer additions include the rainbow cannon, the static generator, and the timed bombs. I haven't played too much with it, but I kind of like this loadout, but for the sake of it, we can probably switch it up a little bit. I like the Force Blaster, which is a new addition that you can get rid of enemy projectiles and all that. I've seen the deflection mirrors and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not sure how useful they'll be to me. So, let's get started. As before, we have all our controls just listed right there, and we can move around and shoot things. Now, there are more bosses than before, and I do believe there are more enemies, but then again, it might just be a result of me actually being able to survive a bit longer than I normally do. Of course, the enemies are still as aggressive as ever. I feel a little inclined to try some of the more harder difficulties. But for the time being, it's gonna be on normal. You can get power-ups by blowing up asteroids and various enemy ships, so that's always nice. And it will let us survive a little bit longer, hopefully. And the music likes to build up whenever there's a new set of enemies, which is pretty nice. The rainbow cannon, in particular, I believe, can penetrate most things, but, you know, except some of the boulders and some of the bosses as well. As you can see, having the rainbow cannon can get us some pretty good power-ups early on. Getting a clear shot is pretty nice to have happen. Every now and again though, you just get ammo, but sometimes you get other things as well. This particular boss reflects your shots, but the reflected shots don't actually do any damage to you, so no need to worry too much about that. Of course, it'll fire off those flames as well as send a barrage of missiles every once in a while. Thankfully, our force power pretty much lets us destroy all the projectiles, so we're not getting hit by them. It does take a bit of time to get through, though. Come on. That shield drainer is a bit of a pain to deal with, considering that flies off very fast when it gets hit. And we live. Got a secondary power-up. And of course, the guys with the boomerangs are back. Just gotta keep wandering around and keep shooting things. The more things that you can kill without getting hit yourself, the higher the multiplier, and the higher the score. So that's always nice to do. Gotta watch out for the shield though. Some of the later enemies are pretty nasty bits of work as well. Got a shield recharge rate power up, which is good because we're getting hit quite a lot. Gotta make use of everything we have, including our turbo movement. We'd have to make more extensive use of it if I didn't have this force push power. Got ourselves a drone, which is a temporary power-up. You'll shoot at enemies wherever they happen to show up from time to time. I sometimes mistake them for enemies, but more importantly, the shots that they do. But they have the same shot graphic as our ship here, so... I do believe this is the boss of the demo, although it has some variations. Whoop. I clicked outside the game. Ow. And as you can see, our multipliers reset once more. We haven't been getting many actual shot power-ups, which is a bit of a worry, considering the state. Thankfully that part's done. Got more power and got better fire rate, which is good to have, considering that there's gonna be a whole bunch of ships now, and they seem to have ton of bombs. Ooh, green exclamation point. We saved the civilian, and we got a power-up. And we got more lasers to deal with the more enemies that we are now facing. Got a repair power-up, which, well, basically means that we get an extra life. We can take an extra hit. Go watch out for those bombs. They're kind of hard to see. They don't get removed when you use the force push power, and go watch out for everything. We're doing pretty neat, I reckon. 4 lasers. Only a whole bunch of missiles being pushed at us. And we're doing alright. Okay. As long as we keep at it, we should be alright. Just shoot the enemies one at a time. Oh great, another boss. Ooh, kinda gross. Hopefully we can get rid of it. It's letting out a whole bunch of goop, which makes it kind of hard to get around. Don't let the tendrils touch you. Good grief. Lasers. It's a bit on edge because I'm kind of low on lives. So yeah, that's Pixel Star. You can pick it up on Steam for $3 US. Feel free to comment on other loadouts and I'll probably make a video on it. Until next time, take care.